Alright, what's good, you guys? I'm going to show you how I make an electronic song. I always create everything on my piano by playing it and put it in my computer. So if you have a piano, whip it out. If not, just pay attention, because it's pretty much the same thing on whatever program you're using to make your songs. So I'm going to try to make this video a little bit different than other ones on YouTube videos. I'm going to try to help you create your own song instead of just doing stuff and confusing you. So with the bass line's the most important part. All of the notes of the melody up here go off the bass line, which is down here. And if you're in FL Studios or whatever you're making your songs in, it's pretty much just higher up on the piano, higher up on the screen. So the bass line is the most important part. So say the bass line's like this. Then the higher notes have to go off the bass line. So if the first note is A, let's just say the first note of the melody can be A too. You see what I mean? That sounds good. But what you don't want to do is you got to fiddle around and you got to figure out which notes don't sound good. So like this one, that sounds cool. That doesn't sound good. So you want to find out which notes go with other notes good. So like really common ones is like C and G, or like A and C. Like all of those kinds of things sound good. So you got to create a bass line. And I mean, you really just got to play around with it. So I mean, for my song Decisions, which is on YouTube, the bass line is this. Okay? So if you can't just think of a melody to a song, just try to create a bass line and you'll create a melody off that. So with this bass line, I thought, alright, so which notes sound good? So I figured start off with A. And then, as I said before, other notes that sound good with A, C. So while I'm hitting A, I can hit all notes up here that sound good with A. So that's the beginning of the song, and that sounds cool. The other thing is that notes next to each other like this, that's F and G, they usually don't sound good, but depending on the bass line, you can try to pull it off in the melody. So don't hesitate with doing that. As long as it sounds good, just go with it. So in my thing, it goes, and that's F and G right here. But it's F and G, they're pretty far away. Like, it's not this or this. Even this sounds kind of bad, but it's this. And I think that sounds pretty cool. So I mean, it's up to you. So if you listen to that, think of all the notes that I'm playing at the exact same time as the bass. So that's G and F, C and E, D and G. So notice how the notes I play in between don't matter as much as the ones playing at the same time as the bass line, okay? Okay? So if you have other instruments going on too, that's the main melody. That's like the main synth that's going on. But in my song, I have other stuff going on too. So you need to create melodies off the original melody. And as long as the notes sound good, you gotta figure out, just play around. Like FL Studio, you have a whole keyboard. Just like do experiments. Just like have your melody going and just put in another instrument and just have that doing its own thing. And then you gotta figure out which notes will sound good with it. Alright, so good luck.